virtual assistant, um, there's something I forgot to say here. When you start on LinkedIn, for example, when you start on one app, sorry about this. When you start on one app, please plan with time to scale up to other apps. Don't stick on one app. At least scale up to other apps. That is how personal branding works. Yes, you're going to start with uh, LinkedIn at some point, and then after some point, you're like, oh, let me try Instagram, let me try TikTok, let me try Facebook, whatever choice it's yours. I've forgotten to add YouTube here, but YouTube is not mostly for personal branding. I think YouTube is just for you to post content, get a lot of views, then um, get some views, and then get some. So it's also a good platform for you to work on. Um, but not as a personal brand, for you to just get money. Like it's just a multiple stream of income. I'll talk about it when I tell you how to monetize your brand. You can use YouTube for that. So when you come to here, when you niche down, you just don't niche down like you tell people I am a virtual assistant. Who does what? You need to tell people what exactly do you do. You're just a what. I've seen people that have even niched down to saying that I'm a virtual assistant who has focused to SaaS. So SaaS means as a sale, or I don't niche down to that particular. You can niche down as a virtual assistant. Number one, you can be an administrative assistant. You can be a social media virtual assistant. So an administrative, you have to go and learn the skills about being an administrative virtual assistant. Like you can learn to be an administrative, whatever the administrators do. That is what you are going to learn the skills and everything. Be it arranging the calendar and everything of what you're supposed to do. The other thing is social media virtual assistant. So social media virtual assistant is the one that now you are managing someone's social media account as the personal assistant. So there are many types of virtual assistants. The other ones I'll just go through them, like the executive virtual assistant, the technical virtual assistant. This one you have to know the technical, like the JavaScript, the software engineering, whatever web design. You have to know them before you start being the virtual assistant. The other thing is the customers, the CRM tools, the HubSpot and everything for you to take up. And then the content for that client. And you help them with their social media. Like you go to their audience, this is what the audience want, then you structure the content for them, and then you send it for them. So there are many types of virtual assistant. Just don't just tell me. I think from now today, I've marked those who are in this meeting. From today onwards, don't tell us that you are a virtual assistant. Please niche down. Go and sit down and say which one do I want to do. Do you want to be a social media virtual assistant? Go and sit down and tell people by there I want to be a virtual social media virtual assistant. And then I've told you that you can use AI to help you in this thing. Go and ask ChatGPT, what can I do for me to become a social media virtual assistant? The courses you can take, the things that you can learn. You can use YouTube for free actually. YouTube has a lot of courses on those things and will help you to improve on your skills. Let me take something like a digital marketer. You're just not a digital marketer. There is a SEO specialist. SEO specialist is a service engineering optimization specialist. Um, there is a pay-per-click specialist. There is a content marketer. There's a social media manager. There is an email marketer. There's an affiliate marketing, and there is influencing marketing managers. There's so many. So as I've just shown you on this slide, you can use these things, yes, for you can use these topics that I've shown you there. If you're trying to venture into remote work, you can use these topics that I've given you here and go and ask ChatGPT in which niches can you niche in this. Like if you are UI UX designer, I know there is something like research. There is someone who does the wireframes to the prototypes. There's a lot of things that you can do on UI UX. There is the one who does the customer experience and everything. So there's a lot of things that you can do on such a one niche. So you niche down to completely to the last point. Like if you want to say like you're a virtual assistant who want to focus on the CEOs alone, do it. If you're a virtual assistant that you're going to focus on the freelancers, because freelancers also need virtual assistants, do it. So don't just say you're a virtual assistant. Please check on whatever you can do and niche down to it. There are different types of content depending on the social media page that you're going to take. So there is the video content. This one is done mostly on Instagram and TikTok. I don't think you can survive on Instagram and TikTok without the videos content. And as well, also on LinkedIn, I think right now the algorithm of LinkedIn is now favoring video content. If you post the video content, it goes viral as compared to one person who has posted the photo content. Number two, the articles. The articles you can write. This one mostly works on LinkedIn and X. You can write articles, you can write blog posts. Actually, they sell, and you can get someone. One thing that I forgot to mention, like someone who does content writing can do blog posts. You can be taken to go and write for a company website. For example, I'll just give you any company in Kenya right now that owns a website needs a content creator, because that website has to be maintained by a lot of writing and a lot of articles to boost it so that it can boost visibility among other websites. So this is a high demand, in demand skill, because imagine all the companies that are in Kenya that have websites, and then they need a content creator that will write a blog post each and every day for them to post. Go to other countries, go to Nigeria, I've seen people joining from Nigeria and Zambia in the community. I've seen people from Africa, I think different parts of the Africa, joining the community. So if you need these blog posts, if you need, and I'm sure Americans, those USD people, do not even know how to write this blog post. So you can learn how to write this blog post. You can learn how to content create, to write good articles, market yourself out there. And then after marketing yourself out there, you'll get more clients that will be contacting you for their websites. Their websites or their social media pages, they all need these blogs. So there is slide decks. Mostly I see it on Instagram and on LinkedIn. There's testimonials and reviews about what you have gotten from your clients. There is product descriptions. This works so well on YouTube. Like you just get a product and you start describing it and recommending it. It works so much on YouTube, and I think also on TikTok in Kenya. I've seen people doing that with a lady called Shiko, and they're getting followers because now she's more trending. So people are doing content describing her products, and they're also trending with her. So it's a good way. Actually, if you haven't thought about it, or if you bought something from her and you haven't recorded a video on TikTok, this is your chance for you to thrive. I encourage you to go and do it. The other thing is how to guide, and then there is the tutorials. There are memes. The people have just built a personal brand for memes actually on Instagram. I see them. There are webinars. For you, you can just start posting webinars and do webinars and know that people will join your webinars, and that is how you're also building a community from them. There is case studies, there is ebooks. Ebooks really work, and they help you build personal branding either on the platform that you're using or even on Amazon. So if you have a lot of knowledge, or you have a lot of stories in your mind and you feel like you can write them down, you can just place a goal, and you will be writing some ones. Like, I'm just from a meeting before I came here, and the meeting was, we were being told that you can even place like writing 300 words in a day as a goal. In a week, you have 1400, 300 times 7, 2100 words. That is an ebook that you can sell the next week. And you sell to people and they buy it. People who do not have that knowledge. So you can use that. And then there is infographics. That is the visual representation of information of data. You need to have a strategy and plan your content. I now sat down and defined my goals and planned my content. 100 followers maybe in a week. Getting 100 followers in a week on LinkedIn is a huge task. It's not like TikTok or Instagram. So Plan your content. Number one, define your goals. Let them be smart. Let them be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Make sure that those goals that you are setting, they are so smart. If you want to, for example, you want to start on LinkedIn and you say that I want to have 500 connections, you need to be specific by when. I need to have 500 connections before the end of January. It's time bound. It's realistic, something that you can do it. It's achievable actually. You can do it. People have done it. I'm seeing people who get 500 followers in a day. I watch them on LinkedIn. And then you can also say it's so specific to whatever you want to do. Number two, understand your audience. Who is your audience? If you have niched down as a virtual assistant that is administrative, that is your audience. That is what you're going to talk about. And then choose your content type. There's a lot of content types. As I've shared that you can do a blog post, you can do videos, you can do, so choose whatever you're going to stick on. Yes, you can mix it. You can write, you can do a video and everything. There are apps that allow that, but choose the type of the content that you want to do. If you want to share something on leadership in that place, in that marketplace, well and good. If you want to share tools that people can use as a virtual assistant, well and good. If you want to share things like thought leadership, well and good. And then develop a content calendar. Know what you're going to post at what time. Um, for me, I have a content calendar. I know next week what I'm going to post from Monday to Friday. I already know in all my channels. It's just that I haven't scheduled. So if I finish the meeting, I'm going to schedule all the content for the whole week. But also, I'm flexible. If something comes up in the middle of the week, I can just reschedule the content and post that content that came in. So develop a content calendar, know whatever you need to post at what point and what time. There's a lot of material, a lot of stuff out here that will give you content, that will talk about content, and they will help you to develop your content at whatever you want to do. And then next, create content. Don't just plan all these things and then you leave it at that. You start. You'll never get to perfection. If you wait for the perfect time, you will never get to the perfect time. The perfect time is today and now. When you decide and you develop all the goals, just know that that is the perfect time for you to do. If you're waiting for a good camera for you to start, my friend, you will wait forever. If you're waiting for a good space or for you to move to a good house for you to start getting those videos, you will wait forever. So start creating that content today if you're planning to venture into social media. The other thing is measure and analyze content performance. Don't just be blind. Just go and see what works and what does not work. I did that with my LinkedIn. I noticed there are some things that work, there are some things that do not work. I know the type of content that when I post, it goes viral. And I know the type of content that this one when I post, it won't go anywhere. So I've analyzed and I've known my content performance. So I tend to know that each and every week I fix in that content that I know will go so fast. Or if I have a content idea, maybe today I want to post about a new industry trend. I know this is how I'm going to format this content because I know in this way it will go far. Then refine your strategy each and every time um, you have done and analyzed, you measured and analyzed your content performance. It's good. You've started. Uh, it's good. It's not working. It's not moving. Don't quit. Refine. Go and sit down and refine. Watch a YouTube channel. I have some YouTube channels that I'll be sharing with you that can help you in this. Um, read materials from leaders, and refine your strategy. Don't quit. Quitting is not an option. You need to just refine your strategy and start again and find what works for you. Finally, you just get what works for you. And sometimes at the time that you are giving up is now the time that now it's almost to the closing, to the breakthrough. Going to this slide of mine. It came the way it came. So work and engage. Please reply to your DMs, reply to your comments. If someone takes time and comments to your post, please comment back. Please, even if it's a laughing emoji, I've seen people saying that, oh, you're just commenting, okay. No, please comment. Even if it's liking an emoji, just comment. Just comment on that person's comment, that reply on that person's comment. DMs, don't ghost people. I know there are people that you can ghost. I got someone who was threatening me on LinkedIn, I think the other week, telling me, hi, uh, reply or else. So I don't know, reply or else. Did he want to kill me or something? I don't know what was happening, because he texts me hi, and he tells, even if I haven't read the message, when I come back, I'm getting reply or else. I'm like, you're threatening me, and that is how I left him. So their DMs to reply, their DMs not to reply, their DMs to check and see that this is how the conversation ends, their DMs that you have to sustain that conversation, because that is a connection, and that is a relationship that you love to nurture, and it can give you business after some time. So don't ghost people. It's bad manners to ghost people. Um, if someone comments in your page, also go and comment on their page. Go and comment on their post if they post. Go and like, go and comment in a good way. And don't comment like, I don't like these comments that I generated. Number one, I get a lot of those comments. But anyway, for me, I've said that so long as you take time and comment on my page, I'll just answer. So I try and read them and comment them even with an emoji, or comment with a laughter or something. I just comment. I just leave something there. Or if I've read and I've understood whatever I've done, I just leave anything there. But go and comment. Uh, and then if you comment, don't comment with one word like absolutely, or uh, I love this, or no. Just go and continue the conversation that they were doing on the post. If someone was posting something about the conversation, do the whole thing and say, I agree with you on this. Um, as a virtual assistant who works remotely, these are the things that be mindful of whatever you are doing. Be mindful of whatever you are saying at that point in time. The other thing is identify people in your niche, follow them, like their posts, comment on them, on their posts, and share with them knowledge that you also have. That is how you make connections, because that person that is in your niche one day will get a job, and they will not be able to do it, and they remember actually there's someone who is called Joanne who does this, and they are knowledgeable in this and this thing. So um, identify people in the niche, follow them, connect with them, reach out to them. After someone accepting your follow up, if you go to Instagram and you follow someone, and then you see whatever they're doing on Instagram and you love it, reach out to them and tell them, "Babe, I love this and this and this and this." That way, you will stick into their minds, and when you stick into their minds, when they have an opportunity, they remember that actually this person is good at this and this and this. Send those cold messages, send them, market yourself, tell people, by the way, this is what I'm looking out for. But don't do that when you just first met someone. First follow someone's page for 1 week, know whatever they stand for, know whatever they do. And then when you go to their pages, you say that this is what I love this and this and this. And I would love to ask if there is an opportunity for me to be a virtual assistant in such a place. So send those cold messages. Follow people, comment on their posts, meaningful comments, not one word comments or AI generated comments, and then set a goal daily on how many people you will follow and connect with. So, how many people will you follow? Set your goals. For me, as a starter, I can advise you that whatever you're starting, just look for 30 posts, whatever, be it on TikTok, be it on Instagram, just look for 30 posts, comment on them. That increases your visibility, because someone will follow you. It has worked for me on Instagram. I think I just went and commented. I love relationship and marriage content. It's just that I don't want to create content about it, but I love reading people's stories on relationship and marriages. And I went just and commented on someone's post, and it gave me visibilities, and I gained followers from them. So it gives you visibility if you comment on it. um 30 posts in a day. So if you comment 30 posts in a day, then the next day you take another 30 posts, you comment 30 posts, sorry, in another day you take 30 posts. By that, you're increasing your visibility. Without knowing it, you'll be having a lot of followers. It also works even on LinkedIn, on TikTok. It works page. um then set it as you start. Maybe if you are starting as a social in your social media as a remote worker, you can send 10 connections in a day, or follow 10 people in a day, depending on whatever platform you're using. In a day, just 10. For me, I've set a target, I send 30 in a day. I do that. I work from Monday to Friday. Texting me today and they haven't been getting me because I think today it's my church, just relaxing. And maybe now having this webinar that I'm now bringing it fortnight, it's what will be occupying my Sundays. But now from Monday to Friday, I make it a point that I have to comment in more than 50 posts in a day, and then I have to go and connect with 30 people. And it has grown my LinkedIn. I've seen growth actually the past last week. I've seen my growth in on LinkedIn. And then send those cold messages. Don't forget to send those cold messages after you've connected and you've known people. Now let's talk about monetizing your brand. So there are things that you can do once you've built your presence on LinkedIn. Don't wait to have 1,000 follow. Don't wait to have 5 million followers. You'll wait forever. Just use whatever you have. Just use whatever you have. Don't wait to have a lot of followers. Just start from where you are. Things will get you as you go. Um, so sell services. Number one. Um, for example, you can sell services like if you are a social media manager, you can start selling. Um, if you're good in Instagram, you can start selling Instagram content, something of the sort. So sell services to people. Write ebooks. I know most of you are so brilliant. You can write ebooks. You have a lot of knowledge. Just sit down. I've told you that if you sit down and set a goal that you want to write 300 words in a day, in 1 week you have 2,100. In 2 weeks you have 4,000 words. Those 4,000 words are enough for you to build an ebook for you to sell for Kenyans, maybe 200 shillings. Maybe 200 shillings ebook or 50 shillings. So 50 shillings, if you sell an ebook 50 shillings, and maybe that day you get to sell it 100 shillings each. Okay, 50 shillings, and then you get to sell it to 100 people. That is 5,000 in your pocket. On knowledge that you just put out there out of your free time, like you use your free time. So do an ebook at some point. Um, do consulting services if you're good at as a virtual assistant and you're applying for jobs and you're not getting them. If you have a brand on any of the social media pages, you can easily just start telling people that I'm doing consulting for VAs and you'll get people coming your way. Do masterclasses if you're good in something. Web designers, this is for you. In graphic designers, you can do masterclasses. Online classes, do them. Masterclasses is the one that you do maybe in 4 weeks. It's just you package the whole cost together and you do it. Call people, sell products. This one is for the people that are starting their own personal business and everything. You can just sell clothes. People sell clothes on on TikTok. It's an example. Someone does not have to wait for them to have 1 million followers on TikTok for them to sell. You just see a page there, thrift by who and whom, and they start selling their products. So just go out there and put yourself out there, and with time you'll just grow and you'll know wherever you want to go. You will get to wherever you want to go. Downloadable resources, PDFs for um, maybe you're teaching about an AI tool or whatever, how to navigate something. So you put it in a PDF and then you place it in one of the platforms that you can use for selling, and then you sell them. The other thing is freelancing. You can use the services for freelancing. Like you can start telling people that I'm freelancing for virtual assistant role and graphic design role and freelancing for each and everything that you are doing. So what sets you apart? That is your unique value proposition. That is what sets you apart. If you're a graphic designer, what is the difference between you and me who is also a graphic designer? That is what sets you apart. You can't just be having the same thing you offer. Like this one is offering this and this one is offering the same thing. No, have a unique value proposition. What is that one thing that is setting you aside from other people? So as I leave you guys today, just go and sit down and think about your goals, whatever you want to achieve on social media, and how unique you're going to present yourself on social media. It's going to help you. Um, to build on your brand. And social media is for everyone. I'm telling you that I can suspect that a number of you here do mindless scrolling. Actually, maybe I can just say people who are watching me on TikTok, they were doing mindless scrolling and they bumped into my live, right? Um, Maybe those people who will watch on YouTube, they'll be doing mindless scrolling and they'll be bumping on my YouTube. You're just scrolling on social media 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours you're on social media. Why don't you use that 6 hours, 7 hours you're using on social media to build on your brand? You're consuming content. How about now you start producing content instead of consuming it? It's a good thing actually. And actually the good thing with producing content is that you're going to be paid. Places like YouTube will be paid. Places like Instagram you'll be given a brand to advertise. That is how people make money on Instagram. On TikTok you'll also be given a brand to advertise. On LinkedIn you'll meet professionals that will give you a job, right? On Facebook you'll apply for jobs, so someone will inbox you and give you something to do for them. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Just identify whatever you want to work on, what you want to do, what you are coming to the market with that is so different. And from that, it's going to help you to build your brand and whatever you want to do. So as I conclude, I will finish by sharing my services. I'm a project manager, as I've said, and a remote work advocate. So remote work advocate is just my passion. I just want to help people. Um, I know I offer services, but at a lower rate as compared to the other people in the market. It's some things that I've learned, things that I've used, and they have worked for me. So I'm a project manager, um, but I can help you in your LinkedIn optimization. This one I can profile optimization. You can just give me your LinkedIn logins, and then I optimize your profile for you. uh, I charge some small amount of money, but it's something that you can manage and it's worth your money. Um, LinkedIn content, I've also started giving out people LinkedIn content for 2 weeks. Like for example, if you tell me that I'm in such and such a niche, I want to do such and such a thing, I'll go down and research for you, your audience, and everything, and help you develop LinkedIn content that you. Esther, mute. Okay. LinkedIn content, I can give you ideas on what to post on your LinkedIn for 1 week at a small fee because I'm going to research according to your niche and everything to help you that. I manage LinkedIn pages. That is something that I've recently also discovered that I can do. Manage for someone a LinkedIn um, page. You give me your logins, I manage for you. I'll post for you content, and then I will engage with your clients, with your potential audience and everything. And then I'll grow your LinkedIn to the number of followers that you want on your LinkedIn. The other thing is LinkedIn review. I can review your profile and give you suggestions. This one I just give suggestions that you have to do this, you have to do this for you to improve. So this one is the cheapest of all because I just look at your profile and then I say actually this one you need. I give you a detailed um, thing on what to do. Portfolio building. Portfolio is for every remote worker. What have you been able to do as a virtual assistant? You put it together. All the work that you've been able to do as a virtual assistant, you put it together. And from that, you're able to build and know whatever you want to do or whatever job that you can apply for with that portfolio. Um, the other thing that I do is to have an ATS compliant CV for you. Um, I think I've sent some people the package for the ATS compliant CV. Um, I'll just use your CV and I'll make it ATS compliant. And also, a CV should not be long. I'll just help you shorten your CV and make it stand out for the market. Um, Last but not least, ebooks. They're coming soon. I'm going to put all the knowledge that I have together and just put them in an ebook, which would be simple with a lot of graphics and everything for you to just read and peruse through so that you can learn something. So I'm going to help you. I'm going to build on these books, which will also not come in a huge price. For me, I think I just need to help people um, to grow their remote work knowledge and everything, but also to avoid being taken advantage of. That is why I'm putting in the fee, because some people can just call me out of nowhere, out of nothing, and they want me to help them, and they're kind of entitled and everything, and they haven't released anything. So I will finish with a quote. Um, Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. So dare to start today if you want to change your life. Actually, you only have one option. If you want to change your life, you only have one option: to adventure, to dare to adventure today. If you choose nothing at all, actually, you'll just be postponing all your dreams. You'll just be pushing away all your dreams. You'll procrastinating and sending them away. And actually, maybe I'll say maybe someone is at 40 right now and you're still pushing your goals. You'll get at 50 and you'll still have that goal. And you're like, okay, I wish I could have done it when I was 40. I wish I could have done it when I was such an age. It's something that you've been pushing it away. So life is a daring adventure or nothing at all. So dare to take that step today. Dare to take that adventure today and grow in your career. Thank you. So I will welcome anyone who has questions for the remaining time that we have. We have like 30 minutes to go before I close it. Anyone who has a question? Thank you, David. Thank you, Christina. Yes, Esther. Esther, we can't hear you. All right. Given there is no question, I'm going to share the slides in the community for those who are in the community. Um, I'm looking forward to more interactions. We'll have our next webinar in the next 2 weeks. I'll communicate the dates and the topic and the guest speaker for the webinar. We'll be having this fortnightly. I think I've just committed myself to help you guys. So this webinar was signed by a lot of people. I think they're going to get the recording, those who signed in and they didn't manage to join, because I think I expected a lot of people and I had even to add more slots to cover in those who joined the community late. So if you had such a huge number of people and we had around 12 joining in, that means that maybe the timing or anything, we can work on it. I'll send a Google form to survey to see the audience that I'm dealing with. But anyway, thank you so much everyone for joining, each and every one of you. It has been nice. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. It has been so nice to join in with all of you. If you want my services, there's a link on my LinkedIn page that just indicates my services, and you can just sign in and buy any service that you want. For Kenyan, just inbox my number. You're welcome, Eva. For Kenyans, you can just inbox my number. There's a till number that you can just use to pay for it. So I thank you all and see you in the next 2 weeks.